Have you ever just looked up at the night sky and wondered what's really out there in the deepest, darkest corners of the cosmos? Well, we're about to go on a trip to worlds so strange, they honestly defy imagination. In just the last 35 years or so, we've discovered over 5,000 planets outside our own solar system. We can't physically go there, not yet anyway, but that's not going to stop us from taking a look around. So for this journey, our vehicle has no speed limit. It's our imagination, and it's way faster than any rocket we could ever build. So let's buckle up. Our first stop is right at the edge of our own cosmic neighborhood. Okay, to officially leave our solar system, we've got to cross one last frontier. We're now flying past the orbit of Neptune and entering this vast, dark, and cold expanse. This is the Kuiper Belt. Think of it like a giant cosmic junkyard, just filled with all the leftover bits and pieces from when our solar system was born billions of years ago. It's packed with millions of these icy, rocky bodies. And hiding out here among all the debris, something really bizarre is waiting for us. This is Haumea, and right away you notice it's not a sphere, it's shaped like an egg. But the craziest thing about it? Its speed. It spins so ridiculously fast that a day here is only 3.5 hours long. That's the fastest spin of any known object this big. The theory is that a huge collision knocked it into this wild spin, which also created that weird red spot and flung enough debris into orbit to give it its very own ring. All right, let's leave our solar system's backyard behind. We are pushing much, much further out now, setting a course for the closest star system to our own sun, Alpha Centauri. And right here in this triple star system, we find our destination, Proxima Centauri b. This is an exoplanet, which is just a planet outside our solar system, and it's the closest one to us we've ever found. But when we're talking about space, close is a very relative term. It's 4.2 light years away. Now, that number might not sound all that huge, but let's break down what that actually means for travel. Get this. If our fastest spacecraft, Voyager 1, took off for this planet today, it would take 40,000 years to get there. That just gives you a sense of the mind-boggling scale of space. And remember, this is our closest neighbor. So why even think about going there? Well, because this planet is a little bit bigger than Earth, and it orbits in what's called the habitable zone. That means it's at just the right distance from its star that liquid water could exist on its surface. Can you imagine standing there and looking up at a sky with not one, but 3 suns? As cool as it is to find a potential second Earth, the universe is also home to some places that are straight out of a nightmare. Our next few stops are some of the most extreme and hostile planets we've ever found. So our next stop is 33 light-years away at a place called Gliese 436b. Its surface is a scorching 438 degrees Celsius, and yet the planet is covered in ice. How is that even possible? Well, the planet's gravity is so intense, so crushing, that it forces water molecules into a solid state called I-7, which is a real type of ice that stays frozen even when it's literally on fire. From out here, it's just beautiful, isn't it? A calm, deep blue marble almost looks like home. But do not let that peaceful appearance fool you. This planet is hiding an unbelievably violent secret. The weather here is, let's just say, extreme. The winds are raging at 8,700 kilometers per hour. To put that into perspective, that is over 20 times faster than the strongest hurricane ever recorded on Earth. It's a world of unimaginable storms. Yeah, it's time to leave. After those hostile worlds, let's go visit a place that offers a little bit more hope in our search for life. We are jumping 39 light-years from Earth to a system that is truly remarkable. TRAPPIST-1. I mean, this system is a jackpot. It has 7 Earth-sized rocky planets, and get this, 4 of them are in the habitable zone. The whole system is so tiny it could fit inside the orbit of Mercury. And maybe the most exciting part, it's 3 billion years older than our solar system. That means life there could have had a massive head start. But there's a catch. These planets are what we call tidally locked. One side is forever baking in the starlight, while the other is trapped in a permanent frozen night. So where could life possibly exist? Well, scientists think the best hope is in the terminator zone, a narrow strip of constant twilight between the two extremes, where temperatures might be just right. All right, for the final leg of our journey, we are going to visit some of the most fantastical and downright eerie sights the galaxy has to offer. We're talking cosmic jewels and literal ghost worlds. First up, J1407b. If you thought Saturn's rings were impressive, this planet's ring system is 200 times larger. The rings are so enormous that if we swapped Saturn with this planet, they would dominate our night sky, appearing many, many times larger than the full moon. Just try to picture that. Now let's jump over to WASP 121b, a world where the weather forecast is extravagant. On the side facing its star, it gets up to 3,000 degrees Celsius, which is hot enough to vaporize metals like iron. Powerful winds then whip this metallic gas over to the cooler, dark side, where it condenses into clouds that then rain liquid iron and maybe even gems like rubies and sapphires. Finally, we've arrived at one of the eeriest places in the cosmos. Here's what happens when a massive star dies. It explodes in a supernova, and what's left behind is this rapidly spinning dead core called a pulsar. Any planets that somehow manage to survive that explosion are now constantly bathed in lethal X-rays. They are dead worlds orbiting a dead star. They're zombie planets. We've seen burning ice, skies that rain jewels, and zombie worlds. Right now, we are more than 2,000 light years from Earth. You know what? It feels like it's time to head home. And here is the most mind-blowing part of all. After this whole incredible journey, after seeing all of these impossible worlds, we have explored less than 1% of our own Milky Way galaxy. The rest is still out there, just waiting to be discovered. It really makes you think, doesn't it? Among all the burning, frozen, and violent worlds we've seen out there, somehow we get to live on a planet that's just right. After everything we've witnessed, what does that journey tell you about the precious, fragile miracle that is our own home?